how do I build an amazing business that I love? And at the same time, how do I get to spend as much time with you and O and immerse myself in it and grow in it and not feel like I'm just watching you guys and it's me hunting and protecting for you guys, but you guys are just there.
Yeah.
Which is what your dad does. Which is, if we go back to this, your dad, you know, he's a perfect role model of what happens when he feels like he's got a responsibility to make money and provide for you and your mum, but he's not in the experience with you and mum.
Yes.
Right? He's like, no, you guys just enjoy. My job is this.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to be here. He's already resigned to that, whereas I'm
that's
like,
always saddened me that I've never felt like I've had a father figure in my life, even though I highly, highly respect him. All my life, I've always really respected my dad, but then at the same time, he's never gone to any of my school events, any of my milestones.
Yeah.
Even to the point of making it to our wedding, it felt like a huge deal for him to come
you
to.
were like, he was like, on our wedding day, you were like, oh my God, I can't believe my dad's taking a day off.
Yeah.
And I was like, what do you mean? It's our wedding. Of course he's going to take it out.
Yeah, but it's to that level of extreme, like I need to provide, I need to work.
That's what I saw in you and you having dad to go, hey, like, you know, you don't have that connection, that bond with him, that fatherly, you know it's there. And she'll always say, the bond's there. I know my dad loves me, because she knows that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you don't ever mention that, hey, I know it's there, but it feels like you can't have it. You can't have the experience. You can't have both of you guys just sitting down, and I couldn't imagine your dad just giggling with you and just like, you know, enjoying in something with you, not letting you enjoy on your own, him looking out from afar, but him being in the experience, you know?
That's really difficult. It's very sad to imagine.
So I think I see that, and you know, for O, I want to be selfishly in the experience with her. That's really for me. And at the same time, it within, you know, she'll have that as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to imagine for her to grow up saying, I know my dad loves me, but I know he has to work and he has to do this, so he's not here.
Well, you could easily be the mum that says that your dad has to work.
Yeah.
Your dad has to, and you know, she could be there going, oh, where's he going? Why is he working all the time? And it's such rules around, you have to. You don't have to.
What do you want Ocean to learn about the role of a man in a family? The role of her dad, or the role of the dad?
I think I would want her to think of the role of a man as protector, provider, but also the other side to fun and comfort and love. I think protector and provider has been something that I've always believed a role of a man should be, and that's how I was brought up. You got to look after your family, you got to make enough money, you got to look after your kids, and
so
that's
you want her to
man.
know that a man will protect her? Yep.
I want her to know that she'll be looked after.
Yep.
That her role is to, you know, reproduce, to have kids, and to nurture those kids, and that's going to take toll on her and her body and her self-identity, and that's a big role in itself. But at the same time, I also want her to have a high expectation of a man to go, hey, like, he also needs to fit my emotional needs. Like, he just can't be this guy that makes money, because you know, I see that all too often in men that are hugely successful. They make money, and yet they're hugely unhappy with their relationships and their children, and they don't know what they did wrong. And then when they try to reconnect, it's almost too late, because they've just built up, you know, decades of conditioning and patterns that created the problem in the first place. And it's really hard. Like, the older you get, the harder it is to change, because you've just got so much built up. So I think on that perspective, that's kind of my struggles in terms of, you know, trying every day to be as intentional as possible, and yet every day going, wow, you're failing big time, because I see the world in such a different light. I see everything to be like effort. Like, there's every drop of effort in being upstairs with O and looking after her and playing with her. And then as soon as work gets on, then it's like, wow, like, the time is on, buddy. You got to write. And if you don't know what to write, it better be some good, because, like, you know, the business is relying on you to grow it right now.
I also see parents who multitask their children with their phone, and I know that a lot of your work can be on the phone, and it's very easy and very seductive in a way to not multitask while you're with Ocean, because I know as soon as she's awake, 100% she needs our energy and she can feel our energy.
100%.
And when we multitask, she can feel it too. And I think it's when parents, they falsely assume that their children can just play on their own and that
Their kids aren't watching.
their children aren't watching because they're watching the telly or they're just playing on their toys. But they can feel the energy, and I'm so appreciative of the fact that you are genuinely 100% with her, because I think that was one of my fears, huge fear. Like it's one thing to not be present with me and to, see a notification on your phone and click into it. It's another thing when I know that if I feel this way, she must feel it 100 times harder because you're all she has in that moment. And she doesn't understand work, Slack notifications, Notion to-do lists and things like that, and she will the one thing that she will think is, do you love me or are you paying attention to me?
No, I agree. That was a conscious decision that I made to leave the phone away, like to leave it in the room.